Well, good morning, everybody. That's where we came from. This is where we're going. Not like a first morning walk through high wet weeds in shorts. Love it. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I think temperatures are probably not even going to get much over 80. So it's going to be nice and supposed to be clear. I'm in right now near the town of Lime, and there's not any call for rain at all. Nothing in the forecast today from here north to where I'm going. So that's good. They are expecting some rain today, a little bit, down in Hanover where I left, but that's not going to affect us, obviously. So the plan today, once we get through these weeds that are literally taller than I am, is we're going to do some climbing for sure. We got some pretty good uphills. We're right now at an elevation around 500 to 600 feet high from sea level, and we're going to go up to about 3,200 just in the course of maybe 2 miles. So it's going to be a pretty significant climb. We've got two of those. The first one is the hardest one. The second one is a little less. It goes to like 2,800. And that'll be it. Then from there, we're generally heading downhill. So we got two big climbs today. And let's get on it. Let's get through these weeds and find our way through the jungle and start climbing some mountains. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today, and we will catch up with you a little further down the path. All right, everybody, we're probably maybe 3 miles in. Still climbing. The climb itself didn't start quite as early as I expected. There was a little bit of a flat ground for a good while before the climb started. I was hoping to be at the top of the mountain by now, but we really started climbing later than anticipated. But the climb itself's not been terrible so far. It's kind of been like this, kind of rocks and roots and slow gain in elevation, which is good. So making progress. I don't know if I said earlier, but the overall height today is 15.6. So shorter than yesterday, but still pretty respectable miles in this terrain. So that's it for now. I'm about out of breath, so we'll keep you posted as we get further up the path. All right, everybody, we made it up to a viewpoint. This is called Lambert Ridge. Got quite a drop off right here. Up there at the top of that hill is pretty confident where we're going. That'll be our highest point for this day at about 3,200. The wind is blowing pretty steadily, as you can probably hear. Back to it. Climbing ahead of us. right, folks, this is kind of what we're climbing here today. I'm glad it's dry. That's good. I'm really glad I got new shoes. That's level, and that's where we're going. I'm sure the camera probably doesn't do it justice. That's where it came from. That's where we're going. All right. Making progress. All right, this is where we came from. We're still climbing. Got a good view here. This view is of Smart Mountain, or Smarts Mountain. And that's where we're headed. That's our highest climb for today. It's the very peak of that. It's still yet 2 miles away on trail. And if you look really closely, there in the middle of the screen, you see a tower. That's Smart Mountain's tower, 2 miles away. And we'll be up there in a little while. It'll take us a minute, that's for sure. Not the typical pace that you might experience on flat ground, that's for sure, but we'll get there. All right, pressing on. Here's where we came from. Way down there. Here's where we're going. Oh boy. Okay, everybody, we've made it up to the top of Smarts Mountain and to the tower. So I am going to do my best to climb this thing. I'm going to take my pack off, and we'll turn the phone back on once we get to the top. All right, everybody, we're up in the tower at the very top. It's all enclosed with glass panes. Got some awesome views here, definitely 360. Let's go over here. It's amazing. Whew. We are up in it, that's for sure. And I guarantee some of these bigger, taller mountains we see on the horizon or something I'm gonna have to go climb before it's over with, particularly over here. That's to the north, I'm pretty sure. And I'm thinking I'll be up there in a few days, Lord willing. All right, folks, we got to get back down and keep on moving. We're only halfway there. All right, everybody, we have started our descent off of Smart Mountain, and where we'll go down to the bottom and head up another mountain called Mount Cube. My only hope is that it won't be quite as tough, definitely not quite as high as was this mountain. So that was a kind of tough, rocky climb, and with quite a pitch to it. I don't know what the right word is, but it was a tough climb up that hill. But, you know, just like anything else, once you're at the top, you say, it wasn't that bad. So now we're already off the backside, and I'm trying to forget about it. So we're going to move on and embrace the next climb up to Mount Cube. All right, talk to y'all later. All right, everybody. I think we reached the bottom. So we're gonna head on over here. I feel like we're gonna cross a dirt road, and then we're gonna head up our second climb. It's gonna go pretty steep, it looks like, early. Then it's gonna kind of flatten out a little bit, like a little plateau. And then we'll hit it again. So maybe we'll get a little bit of reprieve at least in between, and we'll take that. So let's get to moving. We'll see what's up ahead of us. All right, everybody, we're making some progress as we climb up this hill, obviously. Gaining some pretty good elevation. Got a bit more to do. Let's keep hiking. I'm glad this rock's not wet. Ooh-wee. Starting to rain a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see it. Not enough to worry about. All right. There's a rare white blaze. All right, let's keep climbing rocks. This little sprinkling of rain feels nice. It's cooling things down a little bit. But you see what it's doing to the rocks. Slick, I'm telling you, these bad boys are slick. like there's just not hardly any texture to that rock. So it's yeah, it's smooth. Smooth. See what I'm saying? That's the trail. I love my new shoes. I know I've said that too many times, but man, the timing of getting these shoes versus the terrain that was facing me, perfect. Okay, onward and upward. All right, everybody, we made it to the top of Mount Cube Summit, which is 2,909 feet. It is raining, and yeah, we got to figure out how to get down from here. So that's the next step. Start to make our exit. First of all, I'm gonna call the hostel that I'm supposed to be staying at. They say I'll have a signal from here, and from here we can calculate the time to be picked up. So we'll see about all that. All right, I'm gonna get off these rocks. All right, everybody, we're making our way down the trail, heading toward the parking lot. It's about a overall 3 mile descent from Mount Cube down to the parking lot. And the rain's already clearing up. I don't know if you noticed, the top of the mountain, it was getting kind of wet and a bit slick. And I didn't even really show it with a camera, I don't think, but the mountains around Mount Cube were kind of socked in a little bit, so I could tell that there really wasn't a lot of opportunity for a view. So I, as quickly as possible, decided to exfiltrate the area. And we're probably maybe a half a mile down the mountain now. We got a couple more to go to get down here for pickup. But overall, it's been a pretty good day. Honestly, a pretty challenging day. This state of New Hampshire is tough, and we're only seeing the surface of it, folks. Believe it or not. Next couple days, I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be an easy day. It's kind of planned that way. The next day after that, brutal. It's going to blow your mind. So hang tight and watch that one for sure. It's only going to be I think tomorrow's going to be about a 10-mile day, and then the next day is only going to be about a 10-mile day. But that second day, it'll probably take me way up into the afternoon to complete that day. But yeah, things are getting tough out here for sure. Maybe y'all can already tell it in the trail. It's just picking up. It's getting harder. You don't see so much of those, where you go up a mountain, you see switchbacks that gradually go up the mountain. No, it's all pretty much straight up. I don't really mind that terribly, because I think I'm a pretty good climber, but it'll wear you out pretty quick. Things are slick, folks. It'll wear you out pretty quick, particularly if the rocks are like a higher than average step. You have to really step up. Yeah, it'll wear you out so quickly. But we'll get through it. I think it's just for me, I got to make the plan that works best for me, right? And I got to remind myself that I'm not one of these 25, 30-year-old young folks that's out here, and they don't seem to even notice it. But I got to build a plan that works that allows me to be successful and, you know, not break something, you know. Be ashamed to come all this way and break an ankle or something because you're tired. Yeah, and your mind has told you that, hey, I can do 16, 17, 18, 19, even 20 miles. I can do that. These other people are doing it. I know I can do it too because I've done it before. But the terrain tells you, you better slow down. So, yeah, you'll see my my miles slow down a bit for sure through, I would say, the next 100 miles of New Hampshire is going to be rather conservative. And then after that, they'll pick up a little bit more. Southern Maine is not a lot better, to be honest with you. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Mahoosic Notch. Mahoosic Notch is right as you get into Maine. And it's known as the most difficult mile on the entire Appalachian Trail. We hadn't seen that yet. So sometimes it takes people 3 or 4 hours to finish that 1 mile. So there's a lot of stuff up ahead of us, so I enjoy and I look forward to doing, but I'm gonna be respectful and not get too stupid. All right, making progress down this mountain. We'll see you when we get to the bottom. All right, everybody, that's where we came from. And we have landed at the road, which is 25A, I believe, Highway 25A, where we're gonna get picked up. And I beat beat the driver here. So we're about 10 minutes wait. Sitting outside Camp Moosalaki. Must be like a summer camp. See a kid over there doing some climbing. Pretty cool. Camp Moosalaki. All right. Hope everybody's had a great day. Again, it's 15.6 miles today. Significant amount of climbing, I would say, today. A lot of rocks. That became a little bit precarious towards the end there as with that rain came over Mount Cube. But overall, I would call it a good day and a successful day. You know, anytime you can build a plan and execute that plan, that's a winning day if you ask me. Have a great one. We'll catch up with you first thing in the morning.